Welcome to Switzer Super TV. I'm Paul Rickard and I'm joined today by Peter Switzer.
How are you, Paul?
I'm well, Peter. Look, we've seen a very strong market. It's now back up, hitting 2014 highs. It's up a little bit year to date.
Yep.
Has the talk of a correction, is that all over?
Yeah, I think so for the moment. I think another correction period will come through when something goes wrong, but the information's pretty good at the moment. There's a question mark over US economic data. Is the weather behind it, or is the US economy slowing down? I think if the information comes through that the US economy is slowing down, I think another correction will come, or maybe if this tapering's done a lot quicker than the market expects. But at the moment, I think the market's feeling pretty good and it's on the way up for the while.
Our market was up 3.7% last week. It's been up the last couple of days. We've seen some great earnings results from BHP, Rio, Commonwealth Bank, amongst others. Telstra, any comments on what we're seeing on the earnings season?
Yeah, apparently, according to Macquarie, it's about where they expected, and a lot of the good companies have reported. If the lesser ones come through and they look a bit better than expected, I think this market will roll on forward. But more importantly, good company earnings news is also good for the economy, because if those companies were doing well in the second half of last year, which was actually a slow part of the year, it could be a great thing to keep this snowball of confidence rolling, both for the economy and the stock market.
There seem to have been a couple of themes. Firstly, the materials companies such as BHP and Rio, but again, across the board, most companies seem to be wanting to increase their dividends. Is that just lots of shareholders, shareholder power coming to the forefront?
I think it's a bit of that, but I also think that it's often a very good sign. When companies are starting to pay dividends, they believe that their profits in the future are going to actually support this promise to pay dividends. So I'm taking it as, yes, let's look after the shareholders after they've gone through the terrible parts of the GFC, but I think it's also a sign that the companies are feeling good about the future, and I think that's another good omen.
The other issue a lot of people ask us about at the moment is a lot of market professionals have been saying some, look, not bearish things, but haven't been very positive about the bank stocks. Commonwealth Bank had a great result, and so did the ANZ for their quarterly update, as did Bendigo. Where do you stand on the banks? Is this just a sector rotation? Is it cyclical? Is it just fashionable to bash banks at the moment?
I think what happens is the journalists talk to fund managers, and the fund managers, they're going to rotate out of the safe stocks that a lot of people in self-managed super funds like, and they'll go for the more risky, cyclical ones, which will do really well, because they've got to show great returns every quarter, every half year, every year. But if you're in a self-managed super fund, a bank still looks like a very good investment. I think it'll go up they'll go up about 5 or maybe 6%. You throw in the dividend of 5 plus grossing up, you're going to do better than 10%. So I think they're looking at banks from a different angle. But if you're a cautious self-managed super fund person who likes to invest in good quality companies to pay dividends, banks are still in play.
Look, I'm with you. I wouldn't be de-weighting banks at the moment. I think if the market really does get some momentum, it might be the banks don't go up as much, but they'll certainly come back to the forefront if there's a little bit of bearishness. So hang on to your bank stocks. I think you put some of the market noise to one side at the moment and just look for those continued strong returns. There's no pressure on bank earnings at the moment. It's all upside, I can see.
I agree totally.
That's it this week from Switzer Super TV.